The sun rose over the valley of Elah, casting long shadows across the encampments of two opposing armies. On one side, the forces of Israel waited in uneasy silence, their faces grim, their spirits weighed down by fear and uncertainty. Across from them stood the formidable Philistine army, their morale high, their laughter echoing over the plain with every taunt of their champion. For days, the tension had only grown, as the Philistines issued a challenge that none among the Israelites had dared accept. A fight to decide the fate of the nation, champion against champion, all on the might of one man. That man was Goliath. A giant among warriors, Goliath's stature alone invoked despair. Standing over 9 feet tall, his body was enclosed in glittering bronze armor, and he brandished a spear so massive it seemed impossible that any ordinary man could wield it. Each day, he came forward, his booming voice mocking the Israelites, ridiculing their fear, and calling for a combatant to face him. His sneer was the embodiment of intimidation, and his laugh rang clear, planting seeds of doubt and dread in the hearts of his opponents. Yet on this day, among the ranks of Israel, a boy emerged. He was David, the youngest son of Jesse, sent to deliver provisions to his older brothers who served in the army. David was no seasoned warrior. He was a shepherd, accustomed to quiet fields rather than raging battlefields. His armor was simple: a tunic, a staff, a pouch with 5 smooth stones, and an unassuming sling, while his brothers had sneered at his eagerness and accused him of insolence. David's spirit burned bright with a quiet resolve. He had faced lions and bears to protect his flock, and he saw no difference standing before a giant who would challenge not just his people, but the faith they held. As Goliath bellowed his daily insults, David stepped forward, his demeanor calm but unwavering. The Philistine laughed, amused by the sight of this boy and his lack of armor. He cursed David by his gods. But the young shepherd was not there to cower. David spoke of his faith, his trust that the battle would not be decided by sword or spear, but by something far greater. With measured steps, David approached, choosing a single stone from his pouch. He took aim, his mind steady and hand sure. In an instant, David let fly the stone from his sling. The movement was swift and precise, guided by skill, honed, protecting his sheep, but also fueled by a conviction deeper than fear, a belief that he was not alone. The stone sped through the air, striking Goliath square in the forehead. The giant staggered and fell thunderously to the ground. In a moment, the impossible had happened. A shepherd boy had toppled a giant with nothing but faith, courage, and a simple weapon. The tale of David and Goliath is one that resonates through generations because its message is timeless. Each of us, at some point, faces giants, obstacles that seem overwhelming, adversaries too strong to confront. In these moments, it's easy to feel small and powerless. Yet this ancient story teaches us that strength and victory are not reserved only for the mighty or the powerful. Instead, they belong to those who are willing to believe in something greater, to step forward in courage, and to trust that what they have, no matter how humble, is enough. In life, we are not defined by our armor or our weapons, but by our resolve. Like David, we must face our fears, silence the voices of doubt, and take action, even when the odds are against us. For it is in the face of adversity that true courage is born, and in overcoming our giants, we find the path to victory. One step, one stone, and one act of faith at a time.